Hello, welcome to my channel, Faithful in Finances. I'm Brigitte, and a few of you may know me as a gospel singer. I love singing gospel, and I love biblical principles. And I also have been truly blessed by God to be financially stable and then ultimately financially independent. And I started this channel, which is a brand new channel for me on YouTube, because I wanted to share some of the principles that have worked for me over time. And then they have enabled me to manage the money that comes into my hands properly and in a way that not only just blesses me, which is good, and I'm really thankful for that, but also to be a blessing to other people, to teach them, to share my ideals with them. And so I wanted to be able to reach a wider audience because I really do believe that there are many people and they love God and they're sincere people and they want to see the world become a better place. They want to alleviate some of the human trauma and suffering and pain. And they also want to create a legacy for their children, their children's children. And I found in my own life that biblical principles really helped me. And often I started with tithes and offerings, like probably many of you. But then I realized that I was going to have to go a little bit further. And the reason I was going to have to go a little bit further is because there are some things that are not specifically laid out in the Bible. For instance, the Bible doesn't tell us how to go open a bank account or how to open an investment account. But the Bible does tell us to seek God for wisdom. And so I did a lot of reading and researching. And let me just say, I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a biblical expert. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. It's helped me to remain debt-free now for many decades. And it has helped me to get to the point where I'm financially stable and independent. Now, for me, it doesn't mean I'm rich and, Jay-Z and Beyonce are in no danger from competition from me. But it does mean I don't have to stress all the time about finances. It's not constantly on my mind. I can afford to do some of the things I enjoy. Like for instance, traveling. I can afford to do those kind of things. I can afford to drive in a safe car. It's beautiful to me. Now, to somebody else, they may be like, whatever, I don't like it, but it is fine and it meets my needs. I'm able to live in a neighborhood where I could go for walks and I feel relatively safe. No place is perfect. There's demonic activity and attacks everywhere, so no place is perfect. But I like living in a neighborhood where I feel pretty safe, pretty confident. My car is going to be where I left it. Nobody's going to be shooting, through the neighborhood. There's not going to be a lot of loud music. And I mentioned those things because I've lived in those kind of neighborhoods before. And that's not where I wanted to live. I wanted to come to some place where I felt comfortable. And if after work, I want to go for an afternoon walk, I feel comfortable doing that and relatively comfortable that I will get home safely. And so I wanted to create this channel to talk about some of the principles. And I'm going to say something else. I've worked in the financial arena for many, many, many years. And sometimes, you hear some of the terms and it just sounds so complex and so over your head. I've read so many investment books and guidelines and they are good. But it's not good if you can't understand it. It's not. And so sometimes it just sounds so complex that it's discouraging. And I wanted something that was very basic, that you could just have the information and you make your own decision. You pray on it. You're an adult. You go Google it. You think about it. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody else's word for it. But first start with God. Don't put God on the side thinking I got to go hustle and I got to make it happen. I wanted a channel where God was first, where those biblical principles were there, and we could talk about it, and then I can share with you the ideas that have worked for me. And let me say that I didn't come from some super, rich background. I did go to college. I do have several degrees. I've worked in finance and banking. But let me tell you, many of the people that work in finance and banking, including the ones that are giving you financial advice, they're broke too. So, and then you don't want to have a whole lot of money and miserable inside. That's why you have to start with God first. At least I did. And so that is what I will be sharing on this channel. And yes, I still want you to listen to the gospel music because I still love that. So let's listen to gospel music together. Let's pray, shout, have a good time, love on God, but also let's be wise with our money. Let's be wise with biblical principles. And I'm not putting anybody else down, but I'm not here to tell you how to get a private jet and that you're going to be the next millionaire. I'm not here to tell you that. But what I am here to tell you is you can be financially stable. You can be financially sound. And it is going to take some time, but you can do it. And you can be financially independent to the point where you are not worried about a lot of debt. You have some passive income coming in. You're able to meet and pay whatever bills you might have. Although my preference would be debt free. It is just a wonderful feeling to not have to worry about debt, and whatever amount of money comes in is your money. Is your money. You can help with your neighborhood. You can help with your children. You can save it. You can invest it. You can go get your hair done, whatever it is, but it's your money. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about. Many of the principles, the ideas to help you on your financial journey, but we're going to do it in simple terms. All right. And we're going to put God first. All right, God bless you. And please subscribe to my channel. My first goal is to get 50 subscribers because I'm just starting out on this channel. And also check out my other music videos and subscribe and like those as well. All right, I'll put some links in so that you can find that. God bless you. Bye-bye.